We are back. Hi, hi, hi.
Sup? Hi, hi, hi.
Let me just turn on my
Alright.
other music. There. I'm not even sure if the music is heard, but they're all.
I don't hear music. What? I guess there's music on the Twitch.
I think so.
Oh.
But at any rate, the music that I got is open source and no
Yeah,
need for
yeah.
attribution, so this is pretty good. Took me a while. Took me a while to figure this out. So
Hmm.
anyway, I think it's a good time to get back to Dregorious and Lord Hiss
Okay.
because you have actually, even though you entered through a no, do not enter here sign, you're actually in the right place. You find yourself eventually in one of the corridors. There's just a sign there with broken neon lights that says buried delicatessen. Except the letter U doesn't have a light, so it's just breed delicatessen. The UV lights are actually like fluctuating like a. It's not meant to fluctuate. You see some sparks occasionally. As you enter the shop, it's very interesting because they have several Ka boxes, which
What?
is
Sorry?
a Ka box from Hakaba, your body, soul, and mind.
Oh,
Mm.
These are basically body restoration capsules. So they are very good, from what you can tell, at regenerating lost limbs and stuff like that. There's a there's a lady there by the counter, looking bored, tapping on a pencil, a yellow pencil with a number 2 near the end. Oh, hello. I don't get a lot of visitors. So, what are you in for? She says. She asks. Do you want a recuperation? We can offer our car boxes, and you can rest for an entire week, an entire week's worth in just an hour.
oh,
Mm.
handy.
You can,
But
we also grow new flesh if you need. Ah, but you seem to have all of your limbs with you, so perhaps new flesh is not what you're looking for.
I asked her whether we can add new limbs.
Oh, a rebuild. Yes, it's a yeah, but it's a special service.
Does it mean it's not available right away? How do we
Rather,
get access to
rather
your special?
the she explains that the pricing is variable depending on the work you need to be done. You want done. There's
Dregorious.
there's another sorry. There is another person there, also on behind the counter this time. She seems to be working on something that you quite haven't quite seen yet. Although there's something moving with what she's working with. She grabs a hammer.
Dregorious,
Yeah.
remind me whether, like, did you want anything from this?
Yes. Like Dregorious looks with a mixture of fear and wonder at one of the car boxes.
Mhm.
And because Dregorious is missing part of his car. He was a car zombie that sort of became defective and started getting bits of car back, but he's missing most of the car. So Dregorious sort of like is doing the thing you see people do in retail when they want something but they act like they don't know whether they want it. So they look at the box, they look around, they go to a corner where they think nobody will notice them. They take out their phone, they compare prices on the internet. This comes to me from a lifetime of retail. But I mean, he kind of looks around the car boxes and like seems to be looking at whether they are. Is it a one size fits all, or is it a sort of like replacing your own car with another car? Is it a regenerating of a car? And he seems to be holding and trembling, like
I,
yeah.
I,
Uh,
I,
go
I
ahead.
say to the people at the counter, will this work on my friend here, my servant here? Will this the car box work on
Yeah,
this
like
vampire?
it's like obvious to anybody who is a kind of aura reader that my charisma and thought are gone. So I have a personality, but I don't. I have a fragment of a personality. I don't have a car. I don't have a bar very well. I'm mostly kind of like a hollow husk with a little bit of personality and thought.
Will I give my friend his car back? His car back.
Dude,
His
where's my
car.
car?
Well, it might, she says, but it might also come at the cost of the abilities of your current states.
They're like
They're saying basically it might bring you back, but you might lose your vampire status.
Mhm.
And then I look at the box and I ask how much does it cost? Like, can I carry it with me? And kind of like I'm supposed to be cold turkey, but I carry some alcohol with me and look at it all the time. So
Oh, she says that the box itself is not for sale.
Then
But wait, you can, she says, you can use it here in our facility for 200 cash.
then I look at Lord Hiss and I say, I don't really know. Like, should I go back to what I was and so become something that I no longer am, or it's defined me all this time?
Well, okay. So here's my train of thought. I asked the person at the counter. Sorry, what is their name?
Ah, yes, I am Anise of Star.
So
And then the other girl, she points to the other girl and says, she's Basil of Planet.
See, they have a spice. They have a spice reference. Are they polybody people?
No, they don't have the masks at the very least.
Okay.
Miss Anis and Miss Basil, are you subordinates of the? I hiss slightly. The white cat.
We do not serve the temporal lords, she says.
So who do you? Are you like independent? Independents?
I suppose you can call us independent chrono-travelers. She smiles.
Oh,
From which time are you traveling to when?
Well, we all travel time in a way, right? One day at a
That's true.
time.
It's usually quite forward for me.
although recently backward. I remind Dregorious of his encounter with robots.
At that mention, Anise actually stops a little bit. Really? You've been able to travel back?
Yeah, we saw a bird.
A bird? Did it glow with an
Ultraviolet.
ultraviolet light?
Yes.
Where was this bird?
Lord
Outside.
Hiss has a bad sense of direction.
Gregorius points up and says, above, outside the confines of this city,
Was it towards?
From
Was it
Sorry?
towards the Grass Colossus?
who's the grass process?
Grass Colossus.
You've never heard of a Grass Colossus, so.
It was between the Porcelain Citadel and here.
Ah, interesting. Basil is also somewhat interested. Basil has actually taken out a map by now, and she is wiping blood on her apron. She's like, takes out a map, and then marks something on the map, and then there's like several circles. We've been trying to predict. Nah, this is not for your. It's not for your ears, she says. But she stays a circle, plugs it into some kind of device that kind of looks like one of these. Tap 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 tap. There's like paper that comes out.
Oh,
She reads the paper, and then she puts it in one of her many pockets. And then she says, "Interesting." And then she goes back to her work. So that's the
Okay.
only interaction you've had with Basil. and it's mostly Anis that you're talking to.
So these people are mapping chrono things.
It seems like it.
Okay, file that away. I ask about. So okay, the angle I was previously working towards was that if we take over this place, we might be able to get a discount, but it looks like that's not going to happen. I asked whether they might be, so that they mentioned special services and adding limbs. How much would it cost to add a limb? So I asked, how much would it cost to add a limb to me, or to either Dregorious or Boo? And does the use of this prismatic demon metal make a difference in the cost?
Oh,
Or different
you
effects.
have one of these. She regards the metal and she says, "Well, it
We are travelers in both time and space.
it really all rather depends on what you want to have attached. Also, if you want us to grow what you're attaching. So, for example, if your friend here wants to regrow his limb, he points at the peg leg of Beerguard. If he wants to regrow a limb, then that would probably cost 1,000 cash just for the regrowing, and
Okay.
then 200 cash for the attaching. She says, but the attaching can be dropped down to 50 cash if you provide the prismatic liquid.
So 1,050 cash
Mhm.
to add or replace a limb.
Yeah, basically
Generous.
what she's telling you is that they know how to grow limbs. Basil actually looks up a little bit and says, "You're talking to the best biomancer in the last several hundred years."
Okay.
We should introduce her to Zuna.
And then Anise is like, well, I don't know about that, but I do know a thing or two. So she's saying that she can actually grow limbs from their vats.
So without raw material.
All you have to do is provide us cash. 1,000 cash for limbs usually. Although it will depend on the limb.
Then Dregorious looks and says, "Is it 1,000 cash? Do you take barter?"
But it depends on the barter.
Then Dregorious looks and says, "This is just for reference," and he takes out my starting trinket of a stainless steel thermos of blood wine. So this is essentially like I guess like my starting wine vampire trinket. It's like it's basically there's probably some kind of genetic material inside this blood wine, right? So you like unscrew and then I kind of like dab a little bit and then I pass it over to them for their scanner. Would this relic be of interest to you?
They say that it'll probably shave 100 cash off the price.
Then,
Does the price is the price determined by size? So if you're a larger limb, will it be more expensive? Or if it was a smaller limb and I point to myself, would it be cheaper?
Ah, yes. We provide special services for the cat lords, she says. For the cats, if it's going to be a cat-sized limb, it's probably going to be at half price. The attachment is going to be worth the same though.
So 1,000
I said 200 to attach, right?
Yeah, 200.
200 to attach, and then 500
And then-
to
50 if
to
used
grow
or-
cat limbs. So, offhand, a little bit out of the game. What the buried delicatessen seems to be good for is that if, in case one of you loses a limb, this is a good place to go back to for that.
Okay.
On the other hand, if you want extra limbs, this is a luxury. It's on the expensive side.
Can you ask them if they buy limbs?
I would. So I would ask them, because I'm trying to find a handle on how to make my knowledge of this place profitable for us, because I'm a profiteer. So, what kind of do they take raw materials? What can we trade for the good of the clinic that they want that we can maybe they'll pay us for?
Roll a charisma test.
For
Sure.
example, crocodilians make these tentacle limbs that give you HP, right? Will they buy the limb?
Oh shit. That's bad. 8.
Yes. Do you want to spend a hero point? You have 2 right now, I think, because
Yeah,
we
Yes.
released one at 10:30. Sure. Add the d6 to that.
So can I use both?
I don't think so.
Okay. What was 8 plus 4? 12.
Ah, that's better, right? Okay, what was your question again? Something about limbs, what they're looking for.
What they are looking for? Would they buy extra limbs? Would they buy more of these prismatic metals? Would they buy raw materials from us?
Okay, Anise quickly explains that it depends on the raw material that you're talking about.
Sure.
Basil
Sure.
says something. Well, if it's raw material, then unless you have crystalline seed from the perfected flesh,
What's that? Do I know what that means? Can I ask Basil to explain?
Basil is doesn't care to explain. She's just talking from her work. She's now currently sawing something. And then there's like meat chunks that are falling off. But it's Anise who explains to you that, well, we're not necromancers, she says. We don't use things that you cut off from other things. We produce our material from the crystalline seed. And such a thing can only be harvested from the perfected flesh.
Where is the perfect
Should talk to
flesh?
the satraps.
The perfected flesh. Well, that's a very rare material, she says.
But it's found in the grasslands.
No, she says. You'll need to find a godly dominion for that.
Such
Creation comes from the gods. So we need god material.
I take out some of the rations that some of the meal materials from now sentiments, which was meat jerky created from the body of a god. I said 3 pieces, right? And they kind of like this.
Do you have meat jerky from a god?
Yeah, we have meat jerky from made from the body of a god. That was my takeaway box from now sentiments from session 1. When we met Fanayon, our financier, at the expensive upmarket restaurant.
Oh,
The holy wafers.
The holy wafers.
Yeah, the holy wafers are made from dead god bodies.
Ah.
Yeah.
Does it count or is that symbolic?
I don't-
Odds or
I don't
evens?
know. I don't know. I took down the notes.
Shao, call me odds or
Meat jerky.
evens.
Sorry?
Odds or
Okay.
evens?
Also evens. I'll get odds.
Odds. Yes, they're willing to buy that.
Yes.
Would,
Strong.
How much do you have?
Sorry.
How much god wafers do you have?
I have. Let me see. I think I tap
I
out
think it's three.
three only offers.
You top on 3?
Top out.
Very expensive. Don't
Is
waste
it 3
food.
soaps? Is that in terms of weight?
Yeah, I have three. That's
Or
not
just
three
three
stones.
pieces?
I think it's 3 pieces. So I guess it's at most 1 stone. I guess it's like 3 people's meals. It's like nobody wanted to eat it, so I tap out it in the takeaway box.
So yes, they can actually they are actually willing to buy that for 1,000 each.
Truffo didn't eat his, right?
Wow.
Wow, so much.
How much?
1,000.
I knew.
1,000?
See, guys, don't waste food. All right. Okay?
How much were these wafers back at the city?
They were very expensive.
It was expensive, but
I think they were
not
like 100 each, right?
And they charged it to our dad because he said that he chose a restaurant that he made us pay for the meal that he picked just
Hey,
for
but-
the meeting.
It's a 10%. It's like 10 times. They're willing to buy it for 10 times.
Yeah, it's also because that was a capital city and this is on the fringe. This is like essentially like we go to KL and then we go to you're somewhere in say Pontianak now selling things. Okay? There's plenty of players can book right now in
To
Papua New
clarify,
Guinea.
it's 1,000 for the lot. It's not 1,000 each.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
I
not
look-
a
I look-
times 10 per se.
Right.
I look at friend Boo and I say, would you like your limb back this weekend? Arrange for this.
Do you
You've
have
been
enough?
very Dregorious says the Boo is like, and like you've been very kind and helpful, and ever since we met you, you've just been helping us get in more and more danger. And I know that people don't say this enough, but they're like Dregorious is basically kind of like his face is kind of twitching a little bit near the proximity to a car box as part of his missing soul fragments, because he's pretty much a zombie that was internalized with doctrine by a church, right?
Yeah.
And it's like this is the least that I can do for you, Dregorious says. The words come very unnaturally to his mouth.
Boo actually what Boo does is when you offer him a limb, he looks at Lord Hiss. Because
I look at him
he's carrying the
like,
cat, right?
Well,
Almost
well,
like he's asking for permission.
Will his restored limb help him run faster and therefore bring me places faster?
Yes. I mean, he's had a peg leg all this time. So.
Remember you made him run on roofs and run away from like the cops with a peg leg?
That's right.
Then he got caught. Or he almost got caught.
We had to put the bag on him.
Uh,
We put an entire veil thing.
Oh yes, that's right. Can I still have him wear the whale? So he's always wearing the whale. I tentatively approve of this plan. However, I asked Anis, right? Anis is the one who's willing to talk to us. I asked whether this model of servant, if we replace his leg, can his leg get upgrades?
That would be an extra service. But yes. What upgrades did you have in mind? Anis asks.
What upgrades should I get for just one leg?
Not super strength, because you don't have the supporting tissue to tear the leg out. So maybe something for stabilities and like something for extra. Like if you make one stronger than the other, then his other leg is going to complicate, right?
And Bridegard is already relatively strong. He's actually built like a
personally,
Mr. Universe guy, right?
Yeah, I personally suspect that because he uses a cat rifle, it should basically provide a counterweight so that he get extra stability for firing when he wants, but otherwise be a functional limb. So it's kind of like strut comes down and he can aim and breaks.
So is he like an artillery platform for me, basically?
Yeah, basically.
So I think an interesting thing to do.
I think the word you're looking for, Zedeck, is that he's your Ogrin.
Yes,
So-
my Tau battle suit. BJ, we were saying something.
Is your cat rifle at visible at the moment? Like, is it on Beauregard at all?
Yeah.
So it's probably like sticking out on the.
He's wearing a whale, and there's like points like in the sticking out on the whale, like so like he's kind of like a pillar, but like with like it.
Well,
Yeah.
basically, Anis suggests that one upgrade they could do is that they could get the cat rifle, grow the leg around it, so that her leg becomes Beauregard's leg becomes the cat rifle.
Oh my god.
It's that
Is
thing
this-
where it comes out from his knee.
It's the knee gun.
It's a knee
The
gun.
knee
Yeah.
gun.
Is this that? What's that movie with the? Anyway, yes.
Yeah, that
Oh, is
that
it the
movie
zombie-
with a gun for a leg, I guess.
The zombie movie, right? The
Yeah.
one
Yeah,
where
yeah, yeah.
One
Rose
of
McGowan
those
had-
weird zombie movies.
Yeah, the knee
Yeah,
gun.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Rose McGowan had a machine gun for legs, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that? A Dregorious will look at the car box, take out a 100 cash, and also take out the stainless steel thermos and says, "I believe that after some consideration, I would like to regrow part of our missing soul. Yes,
Ooh.
so I'll spend the 100 cash, and also the 100 from the stainless steel is pretty much symbolic to try to basically move away from a imposed indenture existence as a vampire servant, basically.
Okay. So it's going to be first off, you need to spend an hour in the car box.
Okay.
And then they
So
take that.
I'll just delete the things away, the stainless steel thermos.
Oh,
and
PJC reminds us what the movie was. It's Grindhouse Planet Terror.
yes, that was my word.
How specific.
Oh my god.
Planet Terror.
Thanks, PJC. Anyway, yeah, that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna be in the thing for an hour, and for Zedeck, Zedeck are there?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Your if you are willing to do this, you're going to surrender to them the cat rifle for a while. The process of growing will take a week.
My question is like, how much utility is this knee gun? It sounds cool, but
Okay.
How will
The main
how will
thing-
he shoot and run at the same time?
yeah.
The main thing right now is that Beauregard actually isn't proficient with the cat rifle. If you
But I am. So
But you are. So that's actually not an issue already. It's just that if you do this, then Beauregard becomes proficient with the cat rifle, number one. Number two, as a limb, that actually puts his speed at around the normal for a human. Because currently he's a bit handicapped in terms of speed. It
makes him
it just
faster and
never
quicker.
came up before, yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Give my boo a knee gun.
Okay. So you leave the cat rifle for now. So you won't have a cat rifle for a week.
I won't have Boo. Boo will still be me. Still with.
Yeah.
Still will be with.
Because
It's
they're
actually
growing
an-
them separately.
It's actually an inpatient procedure. At the moment, they just need some tissue sample, which is some skin on his leg, and from there they can manipulate it such that they can manipulate their what's the word? Their crystalline seed, so that it can grow something of a comparable DNA.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. Sure.
As they're doing this, Anis also tells you about how it is actually better to grow it to order as opposed to having a stock of different limbs, because this way they are sure to have something that's compatible with the eventual host body.
Okay. How exciting.
Yay, a knee gun, I guess. Boo. See how well I treat you?
Sus.
Beauregard is
much do we
pretty happy
pay?
about it, and he like strokes your fur, like Thank you, Kitty.
Even though it was Dregorious' suggestion.
How much are we spending on this?
Now I'm gonna use my holy wafers
Yeah,
for
so
his. So that's a thousand. That's a thousand GP. That's a thousand cash. Subsidy, right?
mhm.
But the attachment requires 50.
How much does how much does the attachment
Or-
cost?
If you use demon metal, it's only 50.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, then I'll spend 100 of the party pants, and I spend my 100 from my blood wine. Okay, so I'm going to delete my blood wine, and I'm going to delete my holy wafers.
And in return, you get time in the car box, right?
Yeah, I get kind of
Come
covered, and I'll see what weird changes will happen to me as I try to revive myself.
Okay, can you make me a charisma test?
Charisma test.
Moderate difficulty.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll use the hero point. Hero point is D6, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
That's what Beauregard looks like. I see.
Yes.
All right,
Cool,
so it's a
cool.
Machete, me, and the cat rifle slug like that.
What did you get, Shao?
14.
14. 6, 11, 14.
That's
Ah, on the dot. Okay. After the hour, your charisma stat is now 1.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wow.
You have achieved a slight modicum of self-determination.
Okay. And has my my I become started better to relate to people. I guess hints of that was when I tried to talk to Boo and when I tried to talk to Hiss as well, right?
Mm.
So I kind of flinch, and then I'm like, does anything physically change in me, or is it purely metaphysical?
So here's an interesting thing. You start to suspect that you will never retrieve your lost soul. But at the same time, you realize that it's not like you cannot start growing a new one by living a life.
Okay, so it's kind of like I was so scared, right? It's like I can't put a limb back, but then some tissue will heal over the scar, right?
Yeah.
You know what this is? This is you spend the time in the car box and you realize that your life is the car box. So that's what that white charisma means. It's enlightenment.
Yeah.
Yes.
You see,
It's a week's worth of meditation.
Spend much time meditating, right?
Okay, that's so cute.
Oops, sorry.
Interesting.
I made a mistake. Wait.
Oh no, it's all pokey on the screen.
Oh,
I clicked the wrong thing. My bad. I was going to click something else. I think it's this one.
Did the Twitch become all pokey?
For a while, yeah.
Like, my theory is, if we get a sample of the delegates here, we can figure out what she is by regrowing her whole body.
our whole body.
All right. So, I think your business with Brewery Delicatessen is done for now.
Yeah.
But we
Okay.
can come. It's a good. They're really good contact to have. So
Yeah.
let's regroup, I guess.
So, okay, there is a problem with you regrouping though, because as you're going back to the last trading house, remember those things that were crawling from one of the bodies?
Uh-oh.
They are now blocking your way, and they're crawling around the corridor. They're kind of like 13-legged critters that are like.
Are there a lot of them?
Roll me a d6.
I rolled a 1.
Oh, not so bad. There's only one big one. So I will ask Shao and Zedeck. Oh, actually, one of you to roll an agility test.
Okay. Why don't you roll that, Lord Haste?
Yeah. I'll
Sorry, a d6 plus agility rather.
D6 plus agility. Okay, I roll a D6 and then add my agility to it. Right? 6 plus 4.
Wow.
Right. You go first as this Vomish Recombiner is blocking your way.
Oh, that sounds dangerous.
It sounds profitable.
13,
Recombiner.
13, right? So there's like 10, and then there's like 3 more below it. Like,
Oh, they combine like Voltron or something.
it's bigger now, so it's like
Yeah,
Dog
they're getting
sized.
bigger.
Okay, I guess there's one of them. So, and it's in our way. Dregorious, do you want to do a threat display, a dominance display, or should we just like squish it and try to bring it with us?
I look over at try to figure out how to do this. So this is the red one, right?
yeah.
Okay, then like
So
Dragon.
what you see them before you pass by the 2 bodies again. So it seems that it has been crawling after you.
Okay. Kind of like it doesn't seem to be communicating.
It is. It has mandibles now.
Okay.
It is doing that clickety clickety clickety, and it's dripping something.
I don't like this spider ass thing chasing after us.
I take a bit of like the genetic material, the goop, and this is the part of Prometheus that everyone says, please don't do this. But then anyway, the vampire does this. So I take a bit of the slimy goop in the vat, right? Another empty vat. And then I open my vampire canines and then I like my tongue, my mouth, right? I lick it. And I try to kind of like use my, what is that ability known as? Blood wine cultivation to basically sense what kind of blood, what kind of wine is this genetic material made of, and using that, right, I try to get an understanding of this bomb. So I kind of like, I'm facing the bomb. I go to another vat and I take out the thing and I lick and try to understand this bombs.
All right.
Is it trying to communicate with me?
That seems to be an application of your blood wine cultivation skill. So you will make a thought test, but you add your proficiency, which is a plus
Okay.
2.
Okay, got it. As Zedeck says, this is indeed a cultivator moment. Right? 15 plus 2, 17.
Nice.
17.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a Vomish Recombiner. It is an infection vector.
Okay.
It is held in check by the scream of an Ultra Ghost.
I see. Just now the blue scream, right? Was that
Yes.
a Poltergeist?
Although that one is currently inert.
Okay. Then I basically kind of like
If anything, you don't want to awaken the Ultra Ghost because that's more powerful.
okay, got it. I
It's
basically
it's my worst.
to kind of like calm down, relax a bit, and I click my teeth and clack 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 in the same exact manner that it does. So if it's doing kind of like I want to eat, right, then I also kind of like I want to eat as well. So I'm kind of like threat dominance against it, right? So I repeat it.
Cool.
I mirror its own languages back to itself, and it's like like some amount of face pulling and tooth breaking was involved in order for me to have the biological means to repeat its biomechanics.
Okay, you just learned expert mimicry. So if you use your expert mimicry for the day,
Yeah.
then
Okay. It's once per day, is it? Okay, let me write down.
well, if you this is how I'm doing it. The first time you do it, it will be an automatic success.
Okay.
And then if you do it more times in a day, then it will reduce itself to a test.
Okay, sure. What test do I have to do?
Nothing right now because it's your first time using it.
Okay. got
So
it.
what happens is that you distract the Vomish Recombiner for 1 round.
Okay. Then I kind of like I'll roleplay this out lah. So I kind of say and click to it. It's like I am infection vector. I recombine. So I say the same things to it, but in machine boom talk, and also at robotics because I have a
Yeah, yeah.
robotic I'm trying to take care of my animals with, right? So I kind of like streamline my thoughts into mimicking it, and then I kind of look over as my friends mechanically, and I say like, quick, go, go, go.
So Zedeck, what will you do?
It's distracted.
It
so
looks
you can
like
attack
it looks like the Vomish combiner is distracted at the moment.
We need to get past it, and then we will pass the two humanoid bubbles. Is that where we're going?
You have
You're ready,
if you want to get back to the bar or to your rooms, you have to go through this corridor because it's just
Okay.
a single corridor.
So you can. It's distracted. You can either run away. We can run away. We can pick a fight. Your call, Lord His, as the person with the Lord pronoun.
We should. I feel like they're. Let's just run.
So you
for
just
now.
tell
Yeah.
Boo to run. Okay, so Boo runs with you, carrying you, and you move past it easily because Dregorious is distracting it. And now, Dregorious, you're going to roll me an initiative, which is D6 plus agility for round 2.
6 plus agility. Sure.
I have a 6 this time. You have to beat 6.
I have a 6 as well. Haha.
Aha, we re-roll. Now I'm just a 3.
Because I'm mimicking you, see? And I got a 5.
All right, so you go first. So
I'm
you
like
have
you, but better. Alright.
After you.
So how big is it, basically? How big is this?
it is around the size of a dog right now.
That's a dog. Okay. I take out my and now that I've begun recovering shreds of my soul or like growing a new one, like I have less ritualistic connections over to my black axe. I take out the black axe, I look over at the creature, and then I just unceremoniously slice its head off. Yeah.
Okay, you're going to have to make an attack.
Yeah, let me look at the funky UVG attack options. It's physically near me, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. I kind of like the weird attack options in this game. Let's see what to do in my turn. I will have. How many actions do we have? We have one action, right?
Yeah.
Okay, one action. Let's...
I think 2 actions, but
it might be
moving
2.
Yeah.
I seem to remember Natum has a good handle on it, on how
Okay.
it works.
I will. Okay, got it. Okay, I think what I'll do is I would let's try the. I will take the focus action, my first action, and my second action is I'll make an attack. So I'll roll with advantage. So I'll just roll my 2d20s.
Okay.
20. That's a 2 and 19. The focus worked. Okay. So, I mean, like, mechanically speaking, I might just have attacked twice, but I guess this consumes less ammo and prevents me from breaking stuff. So, I got a 19 plus.
That hits already. No need to add the modifier there. A 19 is pretty high.
Okay. And my black axe slices through like all things, I think. Let me see what does it say. Slices through all things, is it?
Question though is, can you destroy it this round?
Yeah, let's find out.
Because otherwise it actually gets around on you. So you might...
It's okay.
Lord Hiss also has an action. So you move at the same time as Dregorious.
We are.
You're in a safe distance away, so...
I'll toss daggers at it, I guess. Since without the rifle.
Oh, that's right, the rifle's away.
Yep.
So the cat like grabs that. Daggers to you are like machete sized, right?
Yeah, so the black city blade ignores damage resistances and it whispers to me. So as it whispers to me, the black city blade basically whispers, saying like, this is the black city blade saying, finally, there is something inside that head that I can speak with. what is your... Then later, that's all I hear in fragments. Then I pull out a blade, and then I cut it down. So it's a 1d10 plus 3, so I'm going to roll that.
Okay.
Can hero points be applied to damage? No, right?
Sorry.
Can
No.
hero points be
No.
applied to damage? No. Okay. So it's the 4 plus 3, 7 damage that ignores all resistances.
That's pretty good.
We add extra damage to the damage roll, do we?
I roll a 4 and add my strength, right?
I'm not sure if you add your strength, but
You don't.
Let me check.
probably just a D10.
I think we haven't added our thingy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I seem
So it's
I seem to remember that old school games in general don't add their modifiers to damage unless they explicitly say so. Anyway, for now I will count it as 7.
4 damage.
4 damage only. Okay.
Yeah, 4 damage.
And then Zedeck, you're going to make an attack for Lord Hiss, right?
Yeah.
You throw daggers.
Acha!
Does Boo get a round
Yes.
of action as well?
Yes.
Okay. So each person has two actions.
Yes.
Okay, so we're fighting this creature, right? So I will. So Lord will want to throw both his daggers at the bone.
Okay. A
So-
slight problem is that he's in melee with Dregorious. The creature's in melee with Dregorious. So I'm assuming you're trying to not hit Dregorious, so you're going to have disadvantage.
God damn it!
It's alright. You can always... you can repair me later.
No, I don't want to spend. No.
Remember, this is battle tag. Meat is cheap.
So Boo will close in and hit with his machete, and I will hit, and I will like.
Well, in which case you remove the range penalty.
Yeah. So I'll. So all the attacks will be melee.
Okay, sure. Let's start with Boo.
So
Make
Boo
an
closes
attack.
in and swipes and basically tries to like bring the machete down on the creature's. I guess the butt of the spider, the legged spider. Try chopping it
Hard
off.
to tell because it has like 13 legs, and it's almost like at this point it's starting to get circular the way its legs are arranged. So you're not sure if that's the butt or the
The
head.
butt of the head. All looks the same. It's all
Anyway,
weird.
make an attack roll.
D10, D20 plus 5.
Woo! Boo is strong.
16 in total.
Yes, Boo hits
D10 damage.
with a machete.
Wow.
Come on. Where's my D10? 4.
4. Slice. So it used to have 13 legs. So Boo has managed to revert the creature into an arachnid because now it has 8 legs remaining.
Yes!
And then Lord Hiss, what will the Lord do?
The Lord will stab the creature. So hanging off Boo's shoulder, he reaches down and stabs the creature. Twice, right? Because I get to
Yes.
first attack. 18 plus 3.
That's a hit.
Wow.
Only D4 damage. Where's my D4 dice? 4.
Whoa! Your first dagger actually hits it in its artificial heart, and you kill it. So here's the thing: the Vom is a violent mechanism, but it doesn't mean that it is necessarily a machine. It could have been a mechanism that is already using biotech, which actually makes some sort of sense because he just came from from someone who is probably the best biomancer in the world. So
Oh no, did she make this?
Is Shao's prediction true? Did we just destroy one of the toys?
It's all right. It's like it was looking violently at us. So let's pick up the bits and then let's go back. Like there wasn't like any sign of like uh, we could claim self defense, I guess, or more likely we could claim profit.
It kind of like shattered again into like several of the little things.
Yeah. I pick up a little bit of it and then kind of like look at it and says like Lord Hiss, should we bring any back for the caravan?
We should bring all the parts we can take back.
All right. It says here Wayland Utani. Are you sure that's a good idea?
What could go wrong?
No, it says Wayland Utani on it. Okay. I'll
If you
pick up.
mix like eggs, it'll just breed and it'll just profit more.
Okay,
I
Eric,
That's a terrible idea. Yeah.
on your end, one of your other bodies is with the porcelain princess,
Mhm.
right? Is there anything else
Yes.
that you're going to do there? Because I think you've pretty much, well, from my point of view, you can let me know if otherwise.
Yeah.
He's done, so he'll just go
He's
back.
pretty much done there. I think the only thing I have there to do is because I have new information. I'll ask what's his name, the three-body
Angel
guy,
or
Lackerstone,
Lackerstone. Okay.
for the records from 7 years ago, because apparently 3 of me passed through here 7 years ago.
Ah,
Hmm.
very well. I shall look into the archives for it. He says.
Okay. And then I'll ask if I can take my computer. Is it my computer or is it their computer?
It's a computer. It has preceded.
Ah, okay.
It has
never
predated
mind.
their arrival here. It
Ah,
comes
so
with the
it-
place.
So it's not my computer. It's there. It's really the
It's
place's
attached to
computer.
the
Okay.
place actually. So you
Then the
can-
records are the only thing I'm asking for.
All right. Yeah. He will be able to procure a record of you being here, and it's true. You were here 7 years ago. You, and you.
What's this? Did we ask if we did anything? Does it say we did anything or?
Mostly,
Let
it
me-
seems like you keep to yourself.
Okay.
Yourselves, because there were 3 of you.
Okay. You can jump through this then for now.
Sorry.
You can skip this for now then. Yeah.
Okay. So,
You can-
let's go back to the other you,
Mhm.
who is with Aurof.
Okay.
Aurof, have you been able to think of something that that you can use for Zuna? If not, I will just assume that the collab is done, and that we can move forward with the regrouping of the party.
I still want to try to get sort of a gossip of how, because right now we only know that Buki owns the place.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get more information of like, is there any other notable figures that work under Buki or like acts as a protector or anything? His protector.
Well, you don't have to gossip about this because you are aware that Mook, the half-orc,
Hmm?
is acting around Pookie in the same way that Budegarth is acting around Rodis.
What about other notable figures in the trading house?
There are guards, essentially. So he has people.
Okay. Does Duna know if everyone else is scared of Pookie?
How are you asking this? Are you asking this from Zuna? And
Zuna.
what is your wording of this?
I will
Knowing
ask.
that she is afraid of Pookie herself.
I will ask more like, I'll just it the other way. I will ask, so do people around here like Pookie? Is he a good cat?
No, he's not.
I know.
I'm very biased.
Zuna says, well, Pookie's kind of a big shot back in the Rainbow Lands.
So he has a reputation back in the Rainbow Lands.
She's a white cat, so he's a white cat, she says.
Right,
Those
right,
are even
right.
higher up their ranks than the glass cats.
Do I know of this stuff? This cat hierarchy thing?
Okay. Can you roll me a thought? No, not a thought. An aura test.
Ah.
This is only an easy DC because an easy difficulty class because you are a rainbow lander, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
22.
Okay. So roughly, the cats in the Violet City specifically
Mhm.
are arranged as follows. The lowest form of cat is the horde cat. The horde cat
As a heart.
has a horn, and they basically monitor the townships around the Violet Citadel.
Ah, oh. Ah. That was not the horn I expected.
All right. Next up to the hierarchy is the black cat, kind of like Lord Hiss. Lord Hiss, sorry, black cats have snakes for tails, and they are basically another name for them is the serpent tail. So they're black cats with serpents for tails, and they are venomous, and they usually do most of the talking, right? And then and then above them are the bad cats. The bad cats are made of glass. And basically, you've heard that they have the ability to curse people and walk through corners.
What a skill.
So there's the thing. That's the one you know. You've never heard of white cats.
See? Lies! Lies!
And according to
And then-
Zuna, white cats are above glass cats.
And they're saying that this Pookie is highly regarded in the Violet City. Hmm.
What lies? I've never heard of this lie.
So,
Even Lord Hiss is like, what the heck is a white cat?
I will ask Zuna, are you from the Rainbow Lands?
No, I'm a researcher. I was born here.
In the Lacerai?
Yeah. My family has been studying the tower phenomena
Ah,
for generations now.
then how come
Most
you're
of-
taking care of cow?
Well, I have to apply the knowledge I learned somehow.
Well, that's fair.
How come you're taking care of cow?
And you
Moo.
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 and you still have family here?
Well, Pookie's my family now.
Wow.
What happened to your not Pookie family?
They angered Pookie.
Oh.
Ah, so Pookie didn't like that. This is probably a
Would you
little.
perhaps be interested in a more like-minded and friendly family?
She says that. No,
Why not?
because Pookie's pretty. Hi, Pookie.
Oh no.
All right, come here, come back here.
They are cats,
Ah.
and you have seen this effect of cats before.
Hmm.
So it's dawning on you that it's a combination of fear and the natural ability of cats to turn humans into pets.
What? So, he has more than one?
This is hard.
What?
That's more than one pet.
I hate him even more now. To be like,
We need to really feed him into the.
This was
sphere.
never an option.
Yeah. Uh, you know? Okay.
Okay, okay.
Dark
At
cards.
this point, Truffo returns from the satraps, and the very delicatessen folk The folk who came from the buried delicatessen have also returned by now. So you're all back in the lobby of the hotel.
I see Truffo and say, "Oh, hi, Truffo. It's rare that you don't come back wounded or dying."
Wow.
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 Too much sass.
Truffo's back. Truffo, we have discovered something.
You have discovered something. What have
Yes.
you discovered?
I have a free room in the porcelain prince part of the city
Oh, good news. Why do you have free room?
because I'm a porcelain prince.
How
Wait,
useful.
you didn't tell me this.
You're not the person who normally handles these things.
You know what? That's true.
I like how fast you accepted it. That's true.
Wait, is it only for you, or is it like can we go there?
How big is my room on the other side?
It's more of a dorm room.
It's a small room.
Ah,
It
Yeah.
will fit all of you, but it's not gonna be comfortable.
we will.
I say
scoot.
that.
So Truffle's very willing to scoot.
To what?
To scoot and share.
But aren't you already paying for this room?
You already paid.
This thing. That sucks.
Can't we ask for a refund? No, but then he'll sass us more.
Because you already discounted yourself last time.
And
And
then
you
now
got
we're asking
sassed.
for a refund. Actually, I
You
haven't
really-
paid for it.
Hmm?
Yeah, here. 50 cash. It's just 50 cash.
Because you only paid for a night, right?
Yeah.
But now they're
Oh,
staying a week because of Beauregard.
Is it the night only? I'm pretty sure.
Ah,
Oh, is it a week?
you have encountered hidden costs.
Oh no.
You have to stay for a week? Then that means an extra 350 cash.
Oh,
But we
that's a
can
lot.
stay for free. At the Porcelain Princess.
That's true.
Truffo has decided to be cheap.
No,
Even
so
Aurof is
it's
agreeing to be cheap in this case.
it's 50 a night for this apartment, right? So after a
Doesn't even
night,
have a view.
can we do this where after a night it's like I make a big scene saying that
You don't like it?
your shitty service, this has, there's no window, like even the cheapest slums in the violent city have windows, okay, you stupid white cat. We're getting out of here.
Just Charigado only.
Yeah.
We're going off to a better place, which is where the porcelain princes are.
Yeah, we should do that.
Pookie just smiles as you leave, and as you're leaving, Pookie just remarks, "Isn't that the cheapest cat you've ever seen?" And then people are like laughing in the background.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Can we just shoot King? Jesus.
Roll for
Zedeck's
Karen.
so, Pookie's so, Lord Hiss is so angry. Zedeck's just shaking his head.
Yes, it's quieted down into a sort of like a still lake of anger. So I'm waiting for the dam to fill and then we can break.
So, we have 20 minutes left. So let's figure out how to
So,
conclude this.
so
properly.
what goal do we want to work towards?
So
Pookie.
you can work through here. I will also note that the thing about the Spectrum Satraps is that there's nothing of interest around the place. It is the launching point towards several other locations.
So we don't have to stay in the week. We can go somewhere and come back.
That's
Basically.
a possibility. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys about the delegates here. The delegates here did say that there is a meat forest that we could go to. There is a meat forest.
What will we find in the meat forest?
Meat.
Meet a bear.
Trees that grow steak.
I'll
So-
dump the worm parts with I'll offer the worm parts to Truffo. Here, more stuff for our caravan.
What
I,
is
I,
that?
I keep a bit of the bone parts. I asked whether I can keep a little bit of it.
So-
Yeah, sure. How many parts is
Currently,
it?
you are in the last Serai, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the closest points of interest are the Waystone, the what's this one?
Death facing attack.
Yeah, that is 2 weeks. This one is 1 week. Or you could go double back to the Potsherd Crater, which you haven't been to. That's 2 weeks.
And 2 weeks is too.
And you don't have the cat rifle right now.
The
I
other
do have a
locations.
question.
Oh, go ahead.
Are you gonna make this chicken?
Oh, I say I can make a chicken, but I need time to put down the formula into my own notes and experiment on a chicken.
You
So
probably
does that
need a
mean that-
week and then a thought test.
So we're
I kinda
not
like
gonna be
saying
selling
here.
the vodka.
Not yet.
Okay.
So you're
No,
going
those
to
are
stay
material
here.
components.
Hmm?
Oh no, she's just asking if she's selling the vodka yet, but we're not.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
Alright.
stay here for now, and then you can develop the chicken.
Okay,
And
if you want to stay here, yeah, gives you time to plot against Pookie.
Okay. So you're all staying. Is that
Hmm.
in agreement?
I have a question to Lord His. So if this person has a reputation in the Vile, supposedly, then as a Violet City cat, can't he just refute it?
I could.
But is it really the case that he is from the Violet City?
Well, I've never heard of white cats that are. So the thing about, I think the horned cat can be of many different colors. So I've heard of horned cats that are white.
We're white, yeah.
I've never heard of a white cat that's greater than like one of the bad cats. And the
Would
bad
you-
cats are the big bosses.
Is it possible that this is a horned cat that has removed their horn? I mean, we are in a city where the very delicatessen is, and so on and so forth.
you know,
I don't
Okay.
really think it's a horned cat. It's not even a cat lord. That's
yeah,
what.
have you seen him?
You know that he's definitely not a bad cat because the bad cats are made of glass.
Glass.
Have you seen him?
So it's possible
so-
if it's a
What is it?
horned cat
Natum?
that removed his horn, we
Ah,
can find
yeah.
the
They
people
all
who
have
removed his horn.
human-like hands of cat size.
Yeah.
So
And
all
he has
the
it too.
yeah.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
why
we-
that's why Lord Hiss can like hold daggers, and that's. But also, yes, Pookie also has the same thing. So at least you know that he's not one of the cats from that past world that you've been to.
So maybe my idea is
Look,
Crooked,
Go on.
sorry, go ahead.
Crooked Remains has your best life.
Mhm.
That attaches something to someone. Why can't we attach a horn to Pookie and be like, hey, look, this entire time he has been using illusions to hide his horn, but this is the truth.
But this sounds against the principles of the Best Life program.
Fuck your principles, Crooked Remains.
Whoa!
No, you have to.
This is all
The
topic.
participant has to be willing, and they have to be fully informed. That way, they can make the correct lifestyle choices through which they may achieve their best life.
Okay, fuck that plan then.
But I
It was
want to know,
it was a decent plan.
like I want
That's
to
Aurof
know
talking, by the way, not me.
how is it that this
Yeah.
cat exists, and yet but the Violet City cat has never heard of him.
That's
So where is the hole in the lie?
No, so Truffo's probably right. So we could probably ask around, see whether the cat has had procedure.
Yeah.
Hmm.
My other one is because you have found a very delicatessen. I'm super curious about figuring out what the delicate seer is. And there's a similarity in name, the delicatess and the delicate and so on, or if they're connected.
Mm.
I do think that the delicate seer seems like a bit dangerous, considering the 7 rows of teeth and everything.
Yeah.
We should let Pookie meet the delegates here. That's my.
I mean, if you throw Pookie into the delicate seer will gladly eat him.
I think so.
Why do you hate this cat again?
This is better than him.
No, because it is a liar and it is going against the hierarchy of cat Lord Karn, and we obviously value our the feudal hierarchy of cats.
Uh-huh.
But mainly because he's an asshole to me.
But
He
isn't
was.
it that being anarchic towards the hierarchy of cat benefits you because you're like right in the middle?
But the cats are still above everyone.
What I can contribute is I can perhaps convince the white cat to engage in the best life program. And in doing so, I'll be able to examine it and know whether it was once a horned cat.
Ah. Nice.
I wonder if it will be very friendly to a porcelain prince.
Hmm. Well, you're better than the other cat that it has been antagonizing this whole time. You must be fun to antagonize, Lord Hiss.
He's just quietly angry. Look at that.
The delicate seer did say that in this party, someone is delusional. I have not yet made up my mind if it's Lord Hiss or Crooked Remains.
What's wrong with me?
Wait, what was the descriptions that the seer said?
Oh, we know you're the swindler.
I know that. Yes.
Are you sure
They
they're not the
footnote
same
footnote at
person?
the end.
There was
There was
the delicate seer said that there was a delusional person, someone who is hunting himself, someone who is being hunted by his people.
okay.
So I'm not sure if because Truffo doesn't know that that Dregorious is actually excommunicated. So he's just thinking that it's two of Crooked Remains who's hunting himself and being hunted by himself. But the delusional part is like a lot of this party.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing is we have 3 rations. So we need 11 more if we're going anywhere.
That's true.
The plan is to stay here, right?
Okay,
At some
so
point we'll still need 11 more
what's the plan?
to stay here.
If we stay here, you guys can do market research also.
Yeah.
You can do those actions.
If you're going to be making the chicken, that means that we're not selling the vodka right now, right?
Yeah, no, not yet.
Yeah.
I will have to see if I can figure out these equations.
The only thing we can
That's
sell
only
right
for
now,
one of you.
Mhm.
Your
That's
other
true.
your other body can actually still
Oh,
That's
Right.
true. Mhm.
should I carouse and get famous again?
the nice advantage of having a polybody lifestyle is that
That is true.
you can do 2 things at once.
We can also do an option for next time is go worm hunting, since this place seems to have a worm problem.
yeah. Do bones sell for a lot?
Oh, I don't think they heard you, Rachel. I think you became noise again.
Do bones sell for a lot normally?
Could we find out?
It will depend on the Vome. I mean,
Like the recombiner seems
they're
fun.
biomech, so they're not necessarily immediately useful.
Right.
But there are cases where they would where the people will buy them.
Okay. But I think if you do the market research action, you'll know what's valuable here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm suggesting it
One
because
eggs for sure.
vermin hunting is as aristocratic as I am. Vermin hunting is still something I'm interested in. So,
You are a cat.
Still a cat.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what are the plans for next session?
I
Since
put
we only
it
have
in
10
the
minutes
notes.
left anyway.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
I'm researching if I can get the spell.
Okay.
Um,
And then someone's researching on the market possibility.
Market
of
research. Those are just
okay,
rolls.
Yeah, we can
foam
resolve those now.
hunting.
Yeah.
They want to do foam hunting, and then I do want to research on this forest of meat.
We can research the areas that can be the expedition routes, right?
Yeah.
We can research the west.
For fluff, I want to hang out with the delicates here.
do you,
I'll bring it like milk wine.
it's also worth since we're staying for a week in this location too, and we do know that there are tunnels underneath these three different separate towers to sort of map the area a bit better.
Yeah. Oh, I can also tell you that if we can get to the moon, the porcelain princes have a job for the moon. The moon. I point at the moon.
Why are these the sort of jobs that you find?
All you have to do is fly to the moon. Simple.
Yeah, all you have to do is fly to the moon.
Wow.
Well, doesn't Aurof have
Yeah, I know how to fly a plane.
skills in a mysterious flying creature, biomechanical creature called an airplane?
Yeah,
But
We'll have to
you
find
need to
an
you need to
airplane.
find the plane though.
and then fix it.
Oh, because I think it's called an aeroplane.
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 What did you find in the berry delicatessen? That there's a crab box, right?
Tabox.
Ka.
I wonder if we
Force
can.
box.
Yeah, I wonder if we can restore the soul of this stupid cow.
Moo.
The cow.
Mm.
My second self will help around the porcelain prince area. I'll basically do work there
Okay. So.
because I have old tech. I can repair stuff. I can do all sorts of things.
The other
So
one I
you're
was
already now
contemplating-
aware. Sorry. Did you say something, Rachel?
Sorry, but this is theoretical. Like this isn't something that I'll do in character. If you put a person who has been charmed by a cat in a cat box, does it undo the charm?
Mm.
You don't know yet.
Oh no! Will I lose Blue?
Well, I mean, you're not gonna put Boo in a cat box.
And you can charm him again.
I got a very nice number for my chicken spell. I got 23.
Wow.
I was like, ooh. I picked the right moment to switch dice.
What did you get? Sorry. What was the roll?
23
On what now?
on the chicken.
On the chicken. Ah.
Yeah.
Yes, you have the spell.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Exactly. The chicken.
Let's make the chicken.
I'll figure that out between games.
Chicken vodka synthesis.
We need to write the spell in a UVG format.
Oh yeah.
I feel it should be egg manipulation.
Does anyone hang out at the last trading house after you leave? Like they do have a drinking bar there that's popular.
Go Aurof, go.
Yeah, I'm
Aurof.
thinking Aurof will carouse and be famous again, or attempt to.
Okay.
It's drinks, so Dregorious might also, if that's what he wants to do. but up to
I don't know
Dregorious.
if Gregorius indulges in drinks. I think it's more of a religious.
Yeah,
thing.
it seems to have
I'm a wine
religious-
vampire. I think the Eucharist rite is a huge part of wine vampirism. So and actually Dregorius is going to I think he'll go to the bar, but he also has a little bit of Vom with him, and what he does is that he's kind of like playing it like taffy, right? Is it a sinew and muscle, Vijay?
sinew and muscle and some metal parts, but
Okay,
not a lot.
kind of like, and what Dregorius is doing, and he's buying a drink in corner and entertaining himself, is that he's pulling the taffy of the sinew and making it like using his robotics knowledge with the metal parts to try to program and do certain things. Then he mimics them, and he follows them. He's at the bar. He's watching people basically make drinks, and he's like, "All right, I'll learn that as well." And something inside Dregorius's new mind is kind of opening up, right? And he's sort of like just like filing away things for reference, basically. And so the little bit of Vom he has, of Vom musculature he has, is kind of like making it do things, and kind of like just using it to for reference for how far can you bend and stretch biomechanics. And then every so often he just drinks. I'll have one of that. He drinks, he carouses. And I guess his way of carousing is that he sometimes does party tricks. And people say, "Oh my god, you can do that voice." So he does the voice.
You can do that, boys.
You can
Sure.
speak like a satrap. Oh yeah, I can do that.
I can do that, yeah.
I can speak to chairs.
Are you sure you're not the delusional one?
Oh,
You.
I mean, I can open any door you want open.
It's a
That
very
seems to
useful
be,
delusion.
That seems to be a very visual proof of what I can do.
Okay, so to conclude, let's carouse for a little bit, right? Let's just do the carousing roll.
Truffo doesn't carouse because it spends money.
I'm working in the porcelain prince area, so not me. And it's in Pookie's place. I don't think.
But pay
Alright,
money, but
carousing
only-
is a charisma test.
Oh.
So
Charisma.
charisma test for each of Dregorious and Aurof.
I think higher is better, right? Probably.
Okay, 17.
17.
Should I use a hero if I need to?
Actually, I might as well. It's the end of the game. I'll use it
I
Yeah,
can only use one at a time, or
one at a time. Yeah.
one at a time.
oh, okay, that's better.
I got-
9.
Yeah, I got a 23.
Okay, 23. Wow.
What is this?
Well, what's yours, Aurof?
9.
9. Ooh.
Why so different?
Okay. So first, can each of you roll 1d6?
1d6.
6.
6 will explode, by the way.
6 explodes. Okay, I got 6. And another 6. Holy shit.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Going.
Keep going.
Okay, I got a 14 in the end. I'm not sure whether that's good or bad.
Okay,
I got 2.
you got 2.
Of the 6, 6, 2.
So here's the thing. You ended up blowing 14,000 cash. Sorry, not
Holy shit.
14,000. 1,400, 1,400, 1,400 cash.
Holy crap, Dregorious. You've basically made 2,400 today.
No, he used it.
No,
I
but I
lost-
mean, he made it to use it.
So you
Okay,
you basically have to spend that in terms
Oh,
of
you spent
carousing.
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
It's not something you gain. It's something you had to spend for carousing.
Oh.
Ouch.
If you don't have the money, you are currently going to be under debt to Pookie.
No, no, that's a
hilarious.
good thing. We can just feed Pookie to the seer, and then the debt will be gone.
See, my
I
hate,
will
my
feed
hate for
you to
this
the
cat,
seer.
my hatred for this cat was prophetic because we all ended.
And then for Aurof, you ended up just rolling 2, so that's just 200 cash. That's all you lose. So, I will start with Aurof because it's not as dramatic. The parties that you have attended at Pookie's are as you expected. However, your body is starting to take its toll. It's starting to take a toll on your body, the lifestyle. So you take 1 damage to your endurance.
Oh wow! I have 0 right
So
now.
you can regain that by resting
A week, right?
a week.
Does that become -1?
Yes, it becomes -1 now. All right, and then for the interesting thing though is that for Dregorious, Shao,
Yeah.
up to you to explain how this happened, but you have acquired a whole cart of bananas.
What? Sorry?
A whole
Could you
cart
say
of
that
bananas. That's worth 8
Okay.
sacks of bananas, basically.
again? Okay. So what happens is that
Wait, I'm not done. And you now have a new cohort, a new follower, who is a surprisingly intelligent ape. His name is Ananas.
okay.
He is an accountant.
Okay.
You sort of need that now.
Okay. So what happened is there was, because there's this kind of bars and there's all kind of like like there's all kinds of like people playing darts and kind of like doing arm wrestling and stuff. So they've got this game here where they play rocket propelled darts, and it's just a normal darts, except that you have to show that you're better at calculating mass and movement, because the rocket thrust actually goes different directions, so you have to account for parabolic arcs and interference. So
you
it's
have to account for error margins and stuff.
yeah, so you have to put on this harness onto your head, and then sort of like it kind of like sonically allows you to basically interface with the dart for the purposes of moving forward. Other people are going to try to shoot you down, etc. So it's a bit messy and chaotic, and like many things, it's just more needlessly expensive in order to show that the person who plays this has more class, I guess. It's like and because of my mimicry skills, I'm basically I'm not even playing the game. I'm just observing, and because I'm observing, I'm just speaking to myself. All right, he did this, he did that. I'm like taking out a small notebook, right, and then what's happening is that that pisses off some of the people inside there, because it's basically like you're sitting at a chess game and you're comparing moves, right? And then that pisses off somebody who's hoping that another guy wouldn't notice that the technique or strategy is using. So I piss off some people, and then so there's a few of the missiles, right, accidentally flew towards my direction. Okay, accidentally, it blew up a lot of the places around me. And then afterwards, because these people are regulars, they're able to pin the damage down to me. So the 1,400 is basically for reparations of the bar from the rocket propelled darts. But afterwards, like I am able to. There's a part of the bar exploded, and underneath there was actually a small treasure cache of like time. It's like kind of like Tokyo bananas, so they're kind of like time frozen bananas. And what happened is that, however, the bar only has another thing, which is kind of like whoever gets to this kind of buried treasure, because they're sitting on kind of like there's this last samurai, gets to it first. So I'm just literally next to it, and I fall and I land on it. And then what happens is that because of the signature there, it's like I now am the owner of 8 stone of bananas.
Sacks, not stone.
8 sacks of bananas. It gets a bit confusing because one of the other people at the bar comes over as this Simeon who's surprisingly intelligent and says, bananas, yes, that's me. That's it. No, this bananas. And then the Simeon accountant is like, oh no, it's a package deal. It's like, if you take those bananas, you got to bring me as well. And so that's so bananas. His full name is actually Barnaby Nathaniel Nason. Okay, but short form is bananas. All right. So Banami Nathan Nasim. Okay, is actually bananas. Okay, and he's kind of like over here, and he says as over every generation, when the missing bananas are found, then so shall one come from the kingdom. And then when we say what kingdom, he points at the cavalry, at the giant old tech gun we have, and he says, "You have already seen some of those that were made in the holy ship." And then the thing is, we actually have seen some mechanical monkeys before. Yeah, so I introduced him.
Related to the mechanical monkeys. Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yes, we lost some money because a bunch of dart enthusiasts blew up the place, and somehow I got put with the insurance package. But we also found some treasure, which is apparently special bananas, and I'd like to introduce you all to Barnaby. He prefers to be called by bananas.
Ananas.
Okay, bananas is a level 1. Level 1-8.
Okay.
And he has the accountant trait, which means that whenever you roll something that has accounting on it, it will add his proficiency bonus of +2.
I'll roleplay bananas a little bit right now, okay? So since I have the time. So like, greetings, travelers. I am an accountant and I'm here to help you. It may be the end of the year, but it is not the end of the financial closing year. You still have 4 months. You still have 4 months to do what you need to do. And I'm here
You're
to
the
help you.
financial year, so it's April to March.
And he basically talks about these 4 great banana trees that he comes from. Back from his country, back from his homeland, it's known as the Big Four, which are the Big Four banana accountancy firms that they come from.
Oh my god.
I'm having too much fun with this banana accountancy.
What does
Yeah,
Truffo think of a second accountant joining the party?
Will it help us save money?
Eats food.
It could.
Yeah.
It could. Or
How much are these bananas worth?
it's 50 cash per sack.
Okay, so it's 400 cash. So I lost it.
let's-
Okay, so I made
let's,
1,004. I spent 1,004, guys.
Is
No, if
Ananas against spending, against selling these bananas?
Zedeck vanished.
Do we need to carouse the level in this game? We do. We don't, right?
Sorry.
That was Black Hack, right? We don't need to carouse the level in this game.
No.
Okay,
That's my
got it.
cat.
Okay, I was terrified. Every time man leveling means losing money, I was terrified.
Okay, so let's conclude. So that I think that is a good place to end it. You found a cohort, and then we will enact your plans. Wow, we're taking a lot of time in the satraps. So for our viewers, I think we may not have a game on 15, and the weeks after that is going to be the holidays. So it seems that we will be returning for our UVG game. We will be returning on January already.
We'll be off for 3 weeks. We'll come back on the 5th.
I think so. Yes, unless
Okay.
something weird happens. Is that okay with everyone?
I'm
Yeah.
just checking. Okay,
That's
I'm
good
okay
for
with it.
Okay.
All right.
We have Rachel's notes.
Mm-hmm. So even though we're gone for 3 weeks, we'll have notes to rely back on. All right.
All right.
Thank you all for watching. Does any one of the players want to plug things before we adjourn?
I guess I'll just plug something for
Session0.com? Session0con.com, right? Feel
Yeah.
free to put it on the stream chat if you want.
Yep. Registration opens next Tuesday, right?
December 15th, yes.
Yeah. So we won't have a stream, but you can sign up for Session 0 next Tuesday.
There's a mailing list on the website as well.
Yeah, and then the mailing list exists on the website.
For the uninitiated, the Session 0 Con is going to be an online convention where we are basically going to use an application called Gather.town, right? In order to mimic the convention feel with Pokemon-like sprites, where
That's the perfect description.
you're able to talk to other people as you approach them. When you approach them, they're like, "Trint!" And then you're going to like open your cameras and talk to each other. And then there are private rooms so that you can have your privacy. And then there's also a proximity thing where if you're at a certain distance from other people, you don't hear them, so noise does not become a problem. So otherwise, it's a very good way to simulate a con in this current time where we need to stay at home. So check it out, session0con.com.
Currently, we have 90 exhibitors already signed up from RPGC Asia, Asian Diaspora. It's quite good.
All right. Anything else? Do we have other plugs?
No, I'm good.
I think Shao said something.
Oh yeah, I was going to talk about the one that's actually Pam and
Yes, the Kickstarter.
Shaw's, right?
The Kickstarter coming in January.
So that one
I don't have that memorized. Can someone spiel that?
Yeah, I don't have that spiel in my head.
It is.
But basically, there's an RPGC Kickstarter coming out in January where many designers from the RPGC have been gathered together to basically market and sell their products on Kickstarter for you to own and take home. And then once you do that, you can come to session 0 at the end of January and meet all the people that you bought stuff from.
Yeah, that's the one that I wanted to talk about. Yeah.
Shao, are you part of that?
No, I'm not part of it because the finances didn't work out very well for us. I think our budget burst everyone's budget, so we decided to leave so that everybody else could come on
Get
board.
budget.
Once we left, a lot of people could come in. When we were there, it's like our numbers are just too big.
Yeah, but it's good to check out. There are works go by Sin, by Pam, by Joaquin, and by Bubblegum Sam of Malaysia, right?
Yeah, Sam, Sam once.
Oh, there you go. It's the Shores, Our Shores.
Our Shores.
Check it out. And for my end, I will have a late night BJ tonight. That is 2
Oh, what's your
a.m.
topic?
On GMT plus 8. I will be talking about what I intend to release for Session 0 Con, actually. So I have 3 things in mind, but I am not sure I will be able to finish it by Session 0. But that is my goal. My goal is to have 3 new stuff that are all in various stages of production. So,
I'll miss it, I think, because I'll be in the hospital later, but I'll watch the VOD.
Yeah. All right, that's it. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Everybody, thanks for running the game, DJ.
Thank you.
Yeah,